Well, I didn't start that video from the very beginning, but it asked me to update based on the software, so I'm just updating. Checking update file exists, update successful. Updating the system, please do not power off. So this is the DMP A8 from EverSolo. This will be my new main streamer in the system. I did just pick it up yesterday. Basically, well, I didn't pick it up. I had somebody very, very gracious drop it off for me. So I've replaced the Weem Pro Plus, which is over here. Just moved the cables, the analog cables, to this one. Now it's analog, RCA analog from the EverSolo into the Hagel, and I'm going to listen to some of the stuff right now. This might be a little bit cumbersome for me to set up, so I'm not going to leave the video running per se, and I'm going to insert this somewhere. What I'm going to do is just compare some of the functionality, what I think of the sound right off the top. The DAC is different, so I'm going to get my impressions based on that, and then sort of wrap up the video afterwards, after everything is smooth. Because I mean, I have to initialize Spotify account, Qobuz account. I have to initialize everything inside, make sure all the settings are right. So it's going to take a little while, but I wanted to get this clip just to say that it is updating right now, and then we'll go from here afterwards. We're going to do it with the DJI Action 5 camera. All right. So in the first clip, which I'll probably do first, I was updating the EverSolo DMP A8. Now it's updated, it's playing, it's connected. The Hagel P20 is still in place, and it sounds fantastic. Yeah, it sounds really, really nice. And I know that this has got the AKM DACs in it. DAC filters, they do have a built-in DAC DSP, sort of what they're calling a global sample rate. So I could probably turn that off. But we are streaming. That's not, oh, there's the song is actually here. So we are streaming Spotify to it as an endpoint. I signed in with my Qobuz so I can check that out later. I am running it with the RCA cables right now, and I'm tempted to run it on the XLR just to see kind of like what I hear as a difference. I mean, from right now, it's really good. It's snappy, clean, a lot of air on the signal. I was kind of getting it before, but I mean, this is turned Spotify into previous Qobuz levels. So now I imagine Qobuz is going to be even better. So let me swap the XLR cables, and then we'll move on and we'll play the song again. I'll get some more sort of sounds in the mix and in the video here for you, and we'll go from there. And then we'll just stitch and edit it all together so it kind of makes sense. Hopefully it's entertaining and informative. If there's any questions, obviously just ask me and we'll revisit it in a future video, and then we'll do it like that. So let me just film the XLR swap, and then we'll go from there. How am I gonna film XLR swap? I'm gonna use am I gonna use my brand new Michi preamp as a stand? I might. Let me see. Okay, we do this angle. Is that good enough? All right, that's good enough. So let's turn this unit off. Turn off the Hagel. Click, 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 all the relays going. I'm gonna turn it off completely. Then the RCAs are already plugged into the Hagel, so I'm going to remove the RCAs from the EverSolo. I'm going to leave them connected for now, and then I'm going to Now I have to remember, I didn't label them. I'm foolish and didn't label them. So this is, okay. This is the left. And this is the right. Now I know that this is a very short run for XLRs. There may or may not be any significant reason to have XLRs at this sort of distance. I just do. They work. They're plugged in. I have to remember to use the balanced input on the Hagel, and yeah, just like that, it's all plugged in, so I can power them both on, and we're good to go. I'm going to say there's one thing. I'm going to change it up to balanced. Volume's down. I'm going to say one thing about this unit. It rings. The chassis has got a very interesting sort of high-pitched ringing to it, so I kind of wish that they would damp the chassis a little bit. Listen when the relays turn on. Probably really hard to hear on camera. Okay, well, everything's in. Nothing playing. All right, we'll get a song going. We'll see how that is. That's the XLRs connected. The volume change. So I'm going to start the song. We'll see where we're at with volume. Not from the laptop, genius. So it's on volume direct. I know that's super hard to tell the difference. Didn't really hear much of an audible difference in that. I wonder if there's an EverSolo app I can get from my computer. Probably not. So I sit here with the computer most of the time, and I do everything that way. Alright, so we'll turn that down. Fortunately for me, I'm a little bit of an Apple nerd, so what the hell just happened there? Oh, interesting. So the EverSolo just lost connection, and now it's actually playing on both. Oh, what the hell is going on? It's losing connection between the laptop and the... What? Okay, look. Normally this would be playing. No playback. But it's playing via the DMP A8. I can't focus on it. Anyways, it's playing via the DMP A8 right now. It's actually, that's, what the fuck is this thing doing already? Oh. Okay, so that's interesting. That's really weird. It says it's not playing anything. If it's not playing anything, why did the music just stop? Now, why is it on my laptop? This thing's already funky. EverSolo, Han solo, bass solo, drum solo. Somebody's got to comment in the section where that's from. Okay, kid, let's blow this joint. Let's go home. Why are you giving me a hard time already? That's so weird. And now it takes like 3 days to start up because it's like a mini computer. This is a real raw experience of my EverSolo. I mean, I know it's a good unit. It sounds good. I just had it working very well. Forget the splash screen. Jesus, just start the app. We don't, like, what's the point? Don't program that. Just start it up faster. There's graphics for everything. Graphics for the logo, graphics for the startup, graphics for the loading. That's a lot of useless software, if you ask me. All right, let's go back to the laptop. Still playing? Okay, we'll go down here. We're going to select DMP A8 from the menu. Select. It plays right away. Excuse me. Now this doesn't show it's playing. But now that shows it's playing. What happens if I press pause? Oh. Okay. So that is working. What happens if I press pause on my computer? Oh, synchronization. Okay, cool. It works. It does work. I'm not saying it doesn't work, but what happened when I put my computer down? This is what I normally do. Okay, so I was gonna grab my iPad and go into the app. Let me try to position the camera so you can see what I'm doing. Pardon me. Coming through. Excuse my feet. Okay, so here is the menu for the app. You can see my reflection there and the camera. So you've got short delay, sharp roll-off settings. Volume pass-through mode is for RCA and XLR. I don't see a voltage output. There's gapless playback, CD automatic, replay gain, source mode. I don't know how that works. And then there's the EverSolo original sampling rate engine. So I'm not really sure what that does. It does say that it uses EverSolo technology software to manage that. So it's pretty good to use the app. I mean, I can use the app to set up all my queue, my playlist, all that kind of stuff. Spotify shows the origin. I did select, there's music library pull down, streaming pull down, Qobuz is there. I need to check out a couple of things. Storage availability. It only says that there's a little bit of storage. It only says 52 gigs. Now I know there's a lot more than that in there. I showed the installation of the M.2 drive the other day, so I need to figure out how to format that card. What's this? SMB. No, so that's probably, and then NFS is, yeah, this one's the one that's got me interested. I don't know. Yeah. Anyways, I'll play around with this a lot more. It does work. My device is there. Cool. I need to figure out the storage at another time, but it does work. It is working in my space. Very, very sort of odd video today. I apologize for the format, but I just wanted to make sure that I got some of this initial startup stuff going, and I wanted to showcase that it does work. So the DMP A8 is working. Got it streaming Spotify. I've got it dialed in on the Hagel with the XLR cables. Honestly, between the RCA and the XLR, which is essentially what I was just doing, I can't really hear much of a difference in those. I did hear a bit of a difference with the cables when I did that, but not so much when I switched the XLR RCA. So either one is fine, I think, at this point. I think I'm hard-pressed to buy expensive cables in that short bit of distance. RCA cables are probably going to do fine. I think the voltage level is just fine for the Hagel. But I have one more trick up my sleeve today before I'm done with all of these ins and outs. And that's this bad boy right here. So that'll be a separate video. I'm done with this one. I'll edit whatever I can together so it makes sense. And I'll see everybody in the next video. All questions in the comment section. And we'll get to it later. All right. Catch you later.